recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis.
These are the ingredients. What's up, y'all? It's your girl ChynaMa'Rae, and we're back with another video. I know, long time no see. Last time y'all seen me was about 4 months ago when I was giving y'all an update on my 2023 Toyota Camry. But since then, I started some new endeavors, and life has just been continuing to be life. Nevertheless, we got some exciting news today, so let's just get into it, okay? So in 2024, I went to cosmetology school. I've mentioned cosmetology school in old videos if you've seen them. I went through the whole year, got my 1,500 hours, all of that good stuff, my credits, everything, good grades, all that. I did it all. I took my written exam, however, I did not take my practical exam, so I was not able to go and get my license. Back at that time, after you graduated, you had a deadline to get your license, and I missed that deadline. The crazy thing about it was, if you missed a deadline, then you would have to go back to school and get refresher hours before you were able to go and do your practical in order to get your license. So, I reached out to my instructors to try to do so, but they would not respond back to me. So for the moment, I left it alone, y'all, and I really was just feeling like all that hard work was gonna go to waste because I could not get back into school to do my refreshers. But y'all, my mama nail tech is an angel sent from heaven, because why did this lady let my mama know that they have now taken the practical out of the board exam, which means you only have to take the theory, which is the written exam, and not the practical. And honey, I passed my theory. That was the one test that I was not worried about. You needed a 70 or higher, and I made an 83. No cap in my rap. So after I got this information, I had to check it to see if it was factual. So I called up State Board. The first day they did not answer, and it stressed me out so bad. Then I called them the second day, and thankfully they answered, and they told me what all I needed to do in order to get my license. And they also confirmed that the practical was no longer needed. They feel like people do enough of it while you're in school, working in the salon, so you don't need it. So after she told me everything that was needed, and I realized that I could do that the next day, which was Friday, I said, oh baby, I gotta do my hair. And that's exactly why y'all are getting this video today. I had already ordered this wig, and I knew that I wanted to install it myself, so I was like, you know what, let me stop playing and do this for myself. Besides, I did not want my cosmetology license picture looking so ugly and dusty and just crusty. I couldn't do that. And hey, somebody might say it still looks ugly, crusty, dusty, and just musty because of the way I laid this wig, but I feel like for my first time, I did pretty good, and I'm excited. I do wish I could have found a thinner wig cap though, because I felt like this one was HD, but I just feel like it could have been way, way, way more thinner. I just don't feel like it melted into my skin the way that I wanted it to, but that could very well be because of the technique that I did to lay it. I forgot the got to be glue, y'all, so I had to use what I had. But let's get on into the video. After I laid that wig cap down, I decided to go ahead and clean where I'm going to be putting the glue with some sea breeze. My skin is very sensitive, so I like to use sea breeze. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed in the beginning of the video when I was showing the products that I was using, but I did show the Erica J Hold Me Down Laser Glue Trio. And if you want to purchase, go ahead and buy it from my TikTok showcase. But on a serious note, y'all, I don't think that I would apply that lace guard or the guard spray like that ever again. To me, it was just a bit too messy, and I ended up having to go back in with some more sea breeze to clean up all the extra spritz that went everywhere. But right here, I was just showing you guys lace and trying to show you the hairline. I'm about to get ready to tint it so I can go ahead and apply it to my head. And you guys, for my hairline, I'm not mad about it. It was not bad, but I do know that I need to get better at my plucking, because I don't know, y'all see it just could have been plucked a little bit more, in my opinion. I think my problem was I was a little afraid of over plucking, and I would rather be able to put it on my head and pluck some more than to put it on my head and have bald spots. So that's what I decided to do. At some point in the styling, I did go back and pluck some more, but I don't think this was a bad starting point. But moving forward, I will pluck more. So I had cut those ear tabs off, and now I'm just trying to make sure that the wig will fit my head properly, because y'all, I was so surprised at the fact that this wig was big head friendly, because if you know me, then you know that I have a big ass head. If you see my braid down in the beginning and you see me turn sideways, you know that I got a big ass head just from this video. So I must say, this was a pleasant surprise. The only thing that I need Tuneful to do differently is make that lace a bit thinner and also make the wig a bit thicker. Yeah, I could have took some of the thickness from the lace and put it on the wig, okay? And that's not to talk bad about them neither, especially because this wig is under $100. When I originally got it, it was a 26-inch, but they upgraded it to a 28-inch. So it's a nice little wig for a quick 1-2-1-2. So overall, I support it. If you need a quick, affordable wig and you're not looking for anything that's, you know, too luxury, but it's something that's gonna make you look nice, I recommend this wig. However, if you're the type that like big full hair and you don't play about the thickness of your hair and the way that it feels and all that, you might want to go with a more expensive option, because y'all know sometimes expensive does not mean quality, but for the most part, it sometimes does with these wigs. But you have to know what company that applies to. Do your research, okay? Now back to this glue, because y'all, I love it so much. Erica J did her big one when she created this glue. I went in with 4 layers, and y'all, this glue, when them girls do that little pull test, they do not be lying. They do not be lying. I did half of my hairline at a time, alternating between both sides so the glue could have time to dry. And after that, I went ahead and I laid my wig down.
She put me in a call, she cut off all the lights. She said I have the right to remain silent. Now I gotta holler, sounding like a siren. Talking about, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know she the law, and she know I'm the ball, and she know I get high, above the law, and she know I'm raw. She know I'm from the street, and all she want me to do is fuck the police. Talking about.
At this point of laying my wig, I was kind of noticing that I could have plucked more. But I'm just that person that likes to say, you know, if you go back, that's better than having to, you know, deal with bald spot. And I did go back in and pluck somewhere, even though the wig was on my head. But just next time, I think I'll do a little bit more pluck. But now I'm just pressing that lace into my forehead. Oh, how I wish it was HD lace, because I feel like I would have just ate that HD lace right on up. But we're not gonna worry about that. Press, 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 press. I don't care, like press hard. You want to make sure that lace gets into all of those layers of glue. So press, 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 press. And after we done pressed on our forehead with that comb, we're gonna go ahead and use a lace band in order to tie the lace down. This is where the melting process really begins. So we're gonna let that sit for an hour. That's what Kane says to do. No cap in my rap. And I had the 30 minutes on there because you do have to tie your wig band tight. So I had 30 on there just in case I couldn't make it through the whole hour. I wanted to do 30 minutes at least. So now that we got that melting process started, it's time to go in and start styling. Even though I'm a beginner when it comes to these wigs, one thing that I would never settle for when doing my own wigs is a hump in my head. So first I had to get that bust down straight, and now we about to go in with a hot comb, and we're going to use a wax stick. You can use any type of wax stick you want, but I definitely do prefer a wax stick when it comes to making your wig flat. Hot comb and a wax stick combo is one heck of a combo, and I'm not playing. Y'all gonna see. But I'm just gonna continue to part the hair, put that wax stick on there, and go through it with my hot comb, and y'all will see that I get it flat.
Put me in handcuffs, start ripping my pants up. All you know with the dispatcher is when I get up all in love, when we can hear the angels calling us, when we can see the sunrise before us, and when I'm in that thing, I make that body sing, I make it say, maybe you can lock me up and throw away the key.
Now, I know this video is less than 20 minutes, but it took me some hours to record this content. At this point, my camera started dying on me, but I still got a clip to show y'all the before and after, and y'all see why y'all need that wax stick and hot comb. Yeah. Alright, now that everything is laid to the side, it's time to take the wig band off. And yes, y'all, I did do the complete hour. And this is why I want an HD lace wig, because I feel like the melt would be so intensely crazy. But you know, since I'm a beginner, I didn't want to spend a lot of money on a wig until I knew what I was doing. So I do feel like this wig is beginner friendly. Just be mindful that the lace is thick. But I feel like that gives you more of a chance to actually show how good you can melt something. I don't know, y'all. I just love me a good challenge. So, but I'm cutting that lace off now because we're finna get ready to go into the second part of the melting process. And as y'all can see, the blend wasn't that bad. It was not that bad. I actually did pretty good when it came to laying it. Now it's time to go in with the second melting process, and I'm going to be using a trick that I got off of a wig influencer on TikTok. So y'all seen I just put some of that product in the cap. I'm basically going to use a brush to apply the melting spray onto my lace. I'm doing this instead of spraying it directly on my lace because it can get really messy. And as you can see, even though you don't spray it on there, it still gets the job done. So after finishing up applying the melting spray, I'm going to go ahead and clip my hair up so I can put that band back on for what? An hour. So like I said, my camera by this point has started playing with my emotions and it just kept on dying on me. Therefore, I did not get to show you guys the final melt and me pulling the baby hairs out and all that, and it just really ruined my vibe. Nevertheless, I wanted to keep on trucking with this video though because I wanted to do this install because I want to bring y'all with me when I go get my license and I wanted y'all to see the full process. So I busted a couple curls in my head and I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I cannot lie to y'all. These girls did not do what I thought they were gonna do. That is why I say this wig may be more of a synthetic blend because I don't know, y'all, these curls just did not, they didn't pop. Nevertheless, I'm just cutting them baby hairs up because we about to get ready to swoop them. And as y'all can see, it did blend pretty good, but like I said, I had other quarrels with the hair because I wasn't messing with how my curls just did not curl. And due to that, I wore the wig straight for the most part. I still got this wig on, actually. And I will be making another video with the same brand, but, you know, I'll be using a curly wig. And y'all, so far, the curly wig got me excited. And again, I say I buy these wigs with my own money. These are not sponsored for this company. So, anything I say about this wig is true. It's true. We do have to keep in mind though, when it comes to buying an affordable wig, you do get what you pay for. So I can feel how I want about the hair, but at least I did not spend over $300 on a piece of shit. And I made this work, so I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. But this portion of the video is coming to a close. I just combed their hair out. Y'all see the curls? Not too much on them. Not too much. Comb those baby hairs out because they looked a little harsh to me. And that was pretty much it, y'all. Camera died again, so my camera wanna die on me yesterday. But how y'all feel about it? I feel like I did pretty good for it to be my first time actually taking the process of installing a wig pretty serious. However, I think she's blended, but she's not. She's probably more tea in person than she would be on this camera. I feel like it gives a little bit of ashiness on the camera, and maybe that's just what I'm seeing in the viewfinder right now. I mean, I see that when I start editing. I don't know. You know, it's all right. I feel like I did pretty good. When it comes to the lace, I don't know if it was transparent lace. I don't know what type of lace it was. But I know it wasn't HD. I feel like if it was HD lace, I could have really ate that up. We're going to come back with an HD wig one day, and we're going to see what I can hit on with that. But from the title of this video, y'all know that I installed this wig in order to go get my license today. Once again, this hair is by Tuneful. It's a 28-inch body wave. I straightened it today because I did not want to wear it curly. This was a TikTok shop wig. How I feel about the hair personally, I don't know. It could be a blend, but if it is a blend, it's a nice blend. It's not too bad, but the hair feels really good. It's a nice affordable wig. The length on it is pretty cool. I'm trying to see if I can show y'all the length. And when it comes to the density, y'all, I like thick hair. So I don't know if this is 180 or not. It might be pushing to feel like, we just gonna give it the benefit of the doubt and say that it's 180. You get what you pay for at the end of the day, so it is what it is. You know, I'm not experiencing anything bad with the hair so far, so that's why I'm still post this video. If you want details on this hair, I will have my TikTok link down below. Go to my TikTok and I will have videos with the link to this hair on my TikTok page. Or you could check my what it called, my showcase. You can check my showcase and it should be in my showcase. Oh, also I did not talk about like how I felt about these. This is my first time using Erica J glue and I actually like her glue, y'all. It's pretty nice. I think I did pretty good. And I also like the fact that this wig was big head friendly because I have a big head, like for real. I even ordered my canvas to have a huge head. 24 inches. I ain't playing. I don't got time for that. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to leave me a like. Leave me a comment if you enjoy anything about the video, or if you want details on this wig, more info, whatever the case may be. If you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about, just leave a comment. And also make sure you subscribe on your way out if you didn't do it on your way in. Also, be looking out for more content. I'll see y'all later.
Centennial man with the city on slam. She did trippy off Zans, lost 21 grams, and she did it on cam. Wasn't no video dance. Make my own rules. I really don't think I just